Hello and welcome back to another episode of Unique Weapons and Armor of Tamriel. I'm your host Outlaw 0420, Priest of Azora. In this series we go after the unique named weapons and armor in the Elder Scrolls Online. I also give you the financial value if you're looking to make some quick gold. Today's armor is the Heartbreaker's Ebon Greaves, which is part of the Ebon armory set. We can get this armor by completing the quest Lover's Torment, which is located in the Crypt of Hearts, dungeon number 1, which is in the southeast side of the zone Rivenspire. You can get there by getting to the Sanguine Barrels Way Shrine and then just heading south. To start the quest, we have to talk to the Shard of Avalon. So let's get this going. I will fast forward through most of this and stop at any good parts that need to be seen. But for the most part, this is just the dungeon quest. So you do have to come to this with a character that you've never done the quest on, or create a new character and get some friends to come help you. I am doing this solo. If you do have a solo build, you can do this. But like I said, this is the quest for the dungeon, so you may have done it already if you're playing on an older character.
Please, no more. I can't take any more.
What happened?
I am long dead, stranger. But I suffer torment unending thanks to my husband, Narayaneth. The Daedra gripped their wretched claws on his soul, turned him wicked, turned him against me. All that you see was the result.
How can I help?
My husband, the twisted creature he became, cursed me, broke my soul into 3 pieces and sealed them in phylacteries. If the phylacteries were broken, I would rest, but they are guarded by vile beasts.
I'll find the fragments of your soul and set them free.
I have long dreamed of kind words and a way out, but I think this task is beyond you, my friend. The first phylactery is up ahead, watched by impossible creatures. You cannot defeat them. No one can.
Alright, we're coming up on the first boss. The Mage Master. He's not really that hard. If you are a Magicka character, you do have to watch out because he will pull up a Silence Dome. And if he does set that up, that means that you won't be able to use any of your Magicka skills, just like that, right there. But you can just move out of it. Also watch out for his big heavy strike move. Just block and you won't be knocked back. After you defeat him, you will move on to the next boss. Alright, we're here at the second boss, the Archmaster. And for him, you just have to keep out of his AoEs for the most part. And watch out, he will shoot a phantom that will come after you. And depending on your build or if you dodge it or not, right there's the phantom. It will scare you. And sometimes it does make you flee. Try to stand in between the statues, because you can get scared into the statues and you'll just be stuck there. So you'll have to leave the dungeon and then come back. And if you're not fighting in a group, you'll have to restart the entire thing over again.
Tell me what I can do to end this, Narayaneth. Please!
I thank you. I wasn't expecting you would be so capable. You've ended Ankonath's torture and freed a fragment of my soul. Are you willing to do more? My soul remains bound, and the Daedra are torturing. 2 fragments of my soul remain imprisoned. Free them, and I would finally be able to move on. Ankonath's cries have echoed through this chamber for years. silence now is almost deafening. Another fragment of my soul lies to the south. It's heavily guarded, so be wary. I would not fault you for turning back. It only gets tougher from here.
Alright, and our next enemy is Death Leviathan. This one is real simple. He's gonna charge at you randomly throughout the battle. Just stay out of his AoE. There it is. He'll charge, he'll run, he'll hit something, he'll just stop for a few minutes. Once he hits about 50%, he will then get a flame ability to his attacks. As you saw, that big AoE where he hit onto the ground does nothing to you at this moment. Once you hit 50% health, like see, I could just stand in it and nothing will help it. Once he gets his fire ability by touching any of the fire pits that you see on the floor, he will then knock you back and do flame damage, and his attacks do more damage, so do keep an eye out for that. And we'll keep on going. And as you can see there, the fire stomp now knocks you back, where before you wouldn't get hurt any, and his charge does leave a AoE of fire on the floor.
You have my thanks. Rulanir didn't deserve that. No one does.
There should be one more fragment left, correct?
Your determination gives me hope. I resigned myself to the pain a long time ago. You'll find the last fragment through the gate in the southeast. A powerful lich guards the last fragment, plucked out of history and summoned by my husband. He's ravaging the soul of one of my students. I would die again to help that student, but I can't. Please, save him if you can.
Alright, and the last boss that you have to fight is Ulugurk the Bonehand. He is a lich. If you have fought any lich in the game, no matter what it is, you've fought this boss. Just stay out of his AoEs and make sure that you heal yourself and you should be good. Nothing too horrible about this boss battle. In fact, he's almost dead. So it's not that hard of a battle. Like I said, just stay out of the AoEs.
Thank you for freeing me. For freeing Feindor. Our torment was washed him in fire during the day, and he slept only to face the same all over again. I hope that he can rest easy now.
That should be the last fragment.
I did not dare to hope you would make it this far, but your abilities have been astonishing. The pieces of my soul are free, though my husband left two Daedric minions, Elambris Aethor and Elambris Zavan, to prevent the shards from reuniting. The Daedra maintain spells that will keep the shards from ever merging, my soul from reforming. My husband meant for my pain to be the likes of torture and oblivion. How better to ensure that than to bring denizens of oblivion to me?
Yeah, I'll kill your Daedra for you.
Yes, if you are willing to face them. Defeating those Daedra will dispel their magic and allow my soul to reform. They ruminate on, I never hoped that I would ever be free, but I thank you for unbinding this fragment of my soul. You've helped Feindor too, and that brings me a sense of peace that I'm unable to express.
Alright, you have one last boss before you fight the last boss of the dungeon, Joggs the Berserker. There's literally nothing special about him. Just, there's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to maneuver. There's no tactics. He does do a heavy attack. Just make sure that you don't get hit by it and you'll be fine. Alright, this is the final boss of the dungeon. You have to beat him to get the completed quest. You'll have the red one and the blue one. The red one is fire, the blue one is electric. If you're on a team, you're going to want to kill both of them at the same time, because once you kill one, the other one becomes stronger. But since I am playing solo, and if you're playing solo as well, the thunder one is the one that you want to kill first, and then after that, go after the fire one. Alright, there we go. There are multiple AoEs that they'll put on the floor that you're going to want to stay out of, so do keep that in mind. They'll also be throwing an AoE down that covers the entire little circle area platform that we're on. You're going to want to make sure that you roll dodge off of that, because it will knock you all the way back. So keep that in mind when you are doing this. Watch out for their heavy attacks, because they can knock you back, as we saw earlier. And I was not apparently blocking at that point. And there's the big AoE. Make sure you jump off the platform. Keep track of that. But to be honest, you can just fight until you kill one of them and then do the other. And it's the fire one that pushes you off, and it's the electric one that does a lot of heavy attacks that you'll have to watch out for. The reason that you want to get the blue one down is because when you kill him and he starts doing his special attacks, it's lightning that can randomly drop anywhere and it's hard to dodge. Whereas the fire one, his attacks are a lot easier to predict and stay out of their AoE.
You've done the impossible. I've seen those Daedric fiends flay the souls of my friends with but a word. Your power must be immense, dwarfed only by your generosity. The shards have merged and my soul is whole once more. Give you my gratitude. The Daedra drove Narayaneth to do this. I know it. I would leave this plane, but I cannot, knowing Narayaneth is still out there. He may return, and on that day, I will do everything I can to free him from Daedric influence.
Good luck with that. Alright, and with that, our Valentine's special is concluded. You got the Heartbreaker's Ebon Greaves. Maximum health enchantment adds 839 maximum health. Reinforced is the trait, increasing this item's armor value by 14%. Part of the Ebon armory set. 2 items add 1136 maximum health. 3 items add 1136 maximum health. 4 items add 4% healing taken. 5 items increase your max health by 942 for you and up to 11 other group members within 28 meters of you. This bonus persists through death. A present from Alwyn for saving her shattered soul in the Crypt of Hearts. Alright, the Ebon armory set is part of a tanking set. If you're just starting off tanking, this is your best set to get. Even in some trials, it is used in certain circumstances, but if you're doing normal dungeon tanking, even some veteran dungeon tanking, DLC veteran dungeon tanking, Ebon is always a good set to have whenever you're tanking. If you enjoyed finding unique named weapons and armor in the Elder Scrolls Online and these dulcet tones, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and do whatever else the YouTube gods demand of you. I do stream here on YouTube, so follow to stay up to date with that, or you can follow me on Twitter at Outlaw0420 to stay up to date whenever I go live for streams or post new videos. And as always, remember, someone out there appreciates you because I appreciate you. May Azor's glow guide you ever warmly. Bye!